is here. And so not only must you forget what's behind, secondly, you must find what is before you. Notice the C part of verse 13. The C part of verse 13, Paul says, reaching forth unto those things which are before. And notice now, forgetting and reaching are in the same verse. Paul plainly says, he says, forget those things. Then he says, reach for those things. And I came perhaps on a divine assignment today to let somebody know that it's easier to forget those things when you got something else in front of you. Yes, somebody left you. Perhaps somebody didn't want anything to do with it. But it was easier when you had something else in front of you. Y'all ain't talking to me here. Tell somebody, put something else in front of you. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to enjoy your Christian journey. I'm giving you the key today to really know how to enjoy. Here's how it works. You will never find out or recognize what's before you until you forget what is behind. In other words, what I'm after is better than what I had. Y'all ain't feeling me here. And you got to understand that if God allows anything to pass you by, if he allows you to forget it, then that means he has something better in your future. 1 Corinthians 2:9 says, eyes have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things that God hath prepared for him that love him. Paul says, forget those things. Reach for those things. And perhaps I'm talking to the bereaved today. I'm talking to someone who's lost something. Paul says, find a reason to keep on going. I don't know about you, but I feel like going on. I feel like pressing on and seeing what the end is going to be. I'm ready to find out through the storm, through the rain, through all the heartache and pain, through trials. Though they come on every hand, I feel like going on. And I'm leaving you today, but number one, you must see that you must forget what is behind. Secondly, you got to find what is before. But thirdly, you must have something to fight for. And not only must you fight, you must understand that it has to better you. And in verse 14, Paul says, he says that word press in verse 14 is the root word for pressure. And anything that involves pressure requires some energy. And it requires some effort. And a lot of times I found out that we will find the things in life that really don't mean us any good. And I have been, guilty of spending too much time and energy on those things that don't better me. Oh Lord. And Paul is plainly saying that if you're going to spend your energy, if you're going to eviscerate your efforts, then you better sure enough make sure that it will better you in the kingdom of God. Because in verse 14, Paul says, I press toward the mark. And you'll never forget your past until you have something to fight for. Do you hear me? Paul says, I am pressing toward the mark. Oh Lord, the mark is the prize that God sets before us. And if you want to reach the mark, then you got to know that the prize have to be in my view. Yes, it does. In a very real way, Paul is saying, I'm pressing toward the mark. Is there anybody here that knows that your mind is made up? and you're pressing for the prize. Good evening, St. John. It's been good to be here. Thank you for allowing me to grace your presence. But I'm reminded of our old lady named Mother Thompson. Oh yeah, Mother Thompson in 1953, she moved in a brand new, big, large community. Yeah, she did. And she was the only African American living in this community. And every day, can't you see Mother Thompson as she drove the nice big Cadillac in and out the community? The white people there gave her the finger. Day after day, she kept on pressing on, and she learned who her neighbor was. And the woman had a little chicken coop. Oh, she did. And Mother Thompson loved her garden. Yes, she did. But day after day, week after week, month after month, this old mean white lady throw that chicken mess, that chicken manure over in Mother Thompson's backyard. Yeah, she did. But she didn't know she was using it for her good. But Grandma always said that God don't like ugly. No, he don't. And what happened to the white lady? Her heart stopped. Yes, it did. And who was the first visitor in the hospital to see this white lady? Look at Mother Thompson coming through the door. The lights were dimmed in the hospital room. And look at her ushering in a big bouquet of roses. Y'all don't hear me? And the white lady turned over and said, what are you doing here? Y'all don't hear me? She said, I just came to wish you a get well card. And I want to give you these nice roses. Oh Lord, and can't you see the old white lady say, oh my goodness, they look so nice. Where did you get the flowers from? Oh Lord, she said, what store did you get the flowers from? She said, I didn't get them from no store. Oh Lord, she said, tell me, where did you get the flowers from? She didn't answer the lady. She said, I asked you kindly here, where did you get these nice roses from? She said, you remember that chicken mess? Oh yes. You remember that chicken manure? She said, I used it to fertilize my garden. Y'all don't hear me? Everything you see, I got it from your man. And good evening, that's all I came to tell you. Whatever happened in your life, you ought to use it to go to the next level. You ought to watch the Lord shake the enemy around your life. But every time I think about it, I think about Mother Thompson. If she can forget the things that happened in her life, I've learned to trust God in everything I do. I know how to enjoy this Christian journey. I lean and depend upon Jesus in everything. That's right. Everything. Every single thing will be all right. They say if I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battle, I know victory shall be mine. It says, fret not yourself with evildoers, for in due season they're going to reap Perhaps St. John, somebody's here today. You really haven't been enjoying this Christian life. Perhaps there are some things that happened to you prior. But there's good news here today. You can come. You can come meet a man.
That's right.
Who will make this life sweet. Him writer said he's sweet.
Yes, he is.
I know.
Yes, he is.
And I don't know about you, but I want to lay all of my burdens on the altar. The doors are open this morning. Won't you come? There's room at the cross for you. I want to leave here the same way I came. Somebody said life is too short to live this life in disarray. Won't you come today? Today is your day. God bless you.